feel like I need to know how you feel about, it sounds generic, but the state of the rap game in general, the state of rappers in general. Speak to the competitive nature or lack thereof. Just tell me what you see when you look out into the landscape.
It looks like J. Cole is the only one being competitive. He's the only one who's rapping with the kind of conviction that says, like, I still value the number one spot as a lyricist. Yep. I see where a lot of, especially the younger generations get, I see a lot of them not really hanging their hat on just the lyrical part of creativity at all. Like they're finding different ways to impact and to resonate with people. Like, you know what I mean? Which is fire.
Yeah, that's fly.
You know what I mean? I think it's cool. I think it's evolving. I think it's moving forward. It's definitely moving away from lyricism being the caveat, which I'm cool with, because it's a lot more things that I can do besides be just like a, lyrical.
So I do agree that there's young cats that's hanging their hats up on not lyrical stuff, and I feel like it is like the genre hip hop is moving away because most of the cats in the game right now is about vibe. It's not really about the lyrics. It's about the energy and melodic tunes, which I'm like, since when did that become hip hop? But I feel like that's another story for another time. But there are rappers that are trying to be as competitive as Cole, just do not get the same love that Cole got.
Like who?
Simba. Like Ransom.
Okay, yeah, those are names. They're not mainstream though, like how Cole is.
And that's why I feel like these two different opinions are coming together as one whole opinion.
Can I ask you a question?
The young cats are moving away from the lyricism. And that's why people like Ransom and they don't really care about that stuff. So they're not getting as much love as they're supposed to.
Where do you rank as far as like lyrical goes? Where do you rank like a Freddie Gibbs, who just had a guest verse on a Schoolboy Q's album, or like a Benny the Butcher?
Benny the Butcher's another one.
Why Kendrick? Where's Kendrick here? Why are they leaving Kendrick? Why are they leaving Freddie and Benny and Kendrick out the conversation?
You know why I feel like they're putting Kendrick out? Because Kendrick is more on the creative side. Like I feel like he does, even though he's lyrical and he can bar people up, he cares more about the song and the craftsmanship of the song than about anything else.
Bill said there's plenty of lyrical rappers, but they're not in the top 3 stars. But I gotta be real, man. All right, fine. I won't. One episode. I'll go one episode without glazing Drake. But I'll say one thing about Drake. He's not a slouch on the mic like that. You know what I mean? But Kendrick is still a lyrical rapper, man. The song he did before the album came out, when he was doing the AI switch faces, that joint is lyrical, man.
Yeah. He has songs where he shows that he's not a slouch, but I feel like it's not the number one thing that people look at when they go to Kendrick. You said the top 3 stars. I think the top 3 stars have proven their lyrical worth, but it's just not in like when it comes down to crafting songs. Cole really tries to put lyricism within his creativity, like he's infusing that.
When's the last time that the best rappers in the game was the lyrical rappers?
Right, but the whole point of this wasn't about being the best rapper. They're talking about most competitive. They're talking about looking at the landscape and who's the most competitive, and there is no one more competitive than J. Cole.
No, you bugging. Freddie. Freddie for the last 5 years, Freddie has been giving you album of the year, except the year that just passed.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Freddie doesn't have a spotlight. He doesn't.
Whose fault is that? That's the consumer.
I don't know who's. I don't know.
No, he's still rapping competitively.
But I would say it is
still by Cole's.
But he's rapping competitively.
Hold on. You can't say that it's just the consumer.
So let's break it down then. So if people are buying J. Cole's album for lyricism, why are they not buying other lyricists' albums?
That's the question. That is
because
the question.
That's not what's happening. They're not buying it for lyricism.
So all right.
They're buying it for the songs where they're catchy and
I will say this. I will ask this. What's the difference between J. Cole's albums and Freddie Gibbs' albums.
Oh, J. Cole gives you a more complete musical album.
100%. It's a better sounding project.
You gonna get a better chorus. You gonna get
Yes.
song structure. It's not. You're not going. I'm not going to hear Cole rap for 92 bars, and then the
Right.
beat fade out, and then almost
It-
the same exact beat comes back on, and then he raps for another 92
like,
bars.
like, dude, here's a one thing. Look, we gotta like.
Shout
There's
out to
some people.
Griselda.
Yeah,
but
shout out
but
to
then,
Griselda. I
but we
cannot
also
though.
gotta define competitively too. When I hear competitively, we all know what that means, bro.
When he get on
We've
the
been
track, he's
doing
trying to
this
knock
for
your head
this.
off.
Right,
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
that's what he
yeah,
does, and that's what he
he
does.
do.
But here's an interesting thing about Cole as well. Cole was able to foster a following that is loyal, a following that stands by him
Well, I got a hot
from
take.
the jump. And here's the thing: he's only gotten better as an artist. So and he has a unique ability where he's getting on these tracks with these young dudes too.
it's about the marketing. It's about how you market the person. It's not
Yeah,
just about talent, right?
Freddie Gibbs marketing
So
sucks.
so so
No,
when
it's
it
also the
comes down,
music quality.
Freddie Gibbs marketing has been wishy washy. Yes, I feel like there's one time where Freddie Gibbs is like all about the women. Then Freddie Gibbs is about drugs. Then Freddie Gibbs, but like it's all separate situations. It's not one entity. It's all these different Freddie Gibbs, and it doesn't make sense. With J. Cole has always been, even when I wasn't really feeling him in the beginning, he has always been about positivity, kind of like almost like a Mamba mentality with Kobe. Like I'm gonna do the best I'm gonna do the best, and y'all not going to see me. Like I feel like that's always been his marketing thing. It's never just about a talent. You gotta have some sort of marketing plan behind it. Now, if Freddie Gibbs came and they gave him the perfect uh, uh, marketing plan, a different branding for him, then I feel like we'll be seeing him competitively go up against Cole. You know what I'm saying? You're not just when you're selling something, you can't just say here's a guy with a bunch of lyrics in it and boom, that's what it is. You got a plan. You got to roll out the red carpet for the guy.
Oh, I forgot to give y'all my hot take. I feel like we over here having a deep discussion, like a deep dive, and all this was really Joe Budden taking a dig at Drake. I think that whole thing was like, you ain't really compete on first person shooter.
Really?
That's what I think that whole little take was.
What a roundabout way to do it, but he's petty enough to do it.
I do think that Cole is the dude right now. I do. I'm look. I know there's other lyrical rappers out there. There's always going to be the people that are not getting the shine. All right, that are dope artists. There's always, no matter what generation we're gonna be in. All right, that don't get their shine. It so happens that the one that's getting the shine, the one with the right marketing, and I would say also his career changed
Hold
after
up.
Forest Hills Drive. Right. So he for a long time it was just, he was doing like the songs like Nice Watch and things like that. And then he ends up in a situation with Forest Hills Drive where you get, I feel like its authenticity ended up being the thing that he was selling, you know?
Yeah, I think you're bringing up a good point because if you really think about it, I feel like and I wish Steven was here because he would tell me all the
Yeah,
albums.
it'd be
But
perfect.
his mixtape, was it Friday Night Lights? I think that was what it was called.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, that was a very vulnerable piece of work. But then once when Rock Nation got a hold of him and they try to market him as this playboy, pretty boy that does, honestly I feel like they're trying to make him the second coming of Jay-Z, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
With the sideline story and all of that, Mr. Nice Watch, he was talking about that. Like it's like these uh fire bars on these beats that probably Hove would get on and try to, but that wasn't J. Cole. And
Yeah.
you have to see from the beginning all the way to where we at right now, the change that was made. They all make fun of him. Like they all make fun of it in the sense of like, oh, it takes J. Cole having to go out be out of the game for a while, and then grow his hair and get a fro and get locks in order for him to start being introspective and stuff like that. So I think that's literally what it was. Like he ended up becoming authentic.
Right.
I feel like
And that was like that became his branding essentially. Yeah.
what else saved him as well, which helped with his branding, was when he would go on, like you would have the camera follow him around, and there would be like these nice things that he would do for people. He would pass them around.
Right.
That's all like this genuine side of him, and that's what you get now. Whenever I feel like ever since Forest Hills Drive, like you said, up and onward, that is the real Cole. That was the Cole that we were supposed to get before we got all this other stuff before, and that's the marketing plan that came with it.